Few things. Lust 1 and Lust 2, it's only about me, nobody else. I want to thank my wife, family, friends, and YouTube for all the support. I especially want to thank Jesus. Lastly, today's my birthday, so it's especially special that this video is released today. Let's go one take. Last video, I hope you heard me over those Pieselberg cicadas. They're just like my haters, trying to drown me out like Gatus. But since he spun me around 180 degrees like Skatus, I'm gonna keep lifting his name high while waiting for his return like Watus, praying others don't switch sides like traitors. Some people said by my poem Lust that I was too transparent. What they didn't realize was that I was writing to that transparent, or transgender, who thought they needed to mix things up like a blender because attraction now is based on a swipe like Tinder. You need Jesus to heal your wounds like a mender, because the devil is always feeding you lies like a bender. I don't care if your crew sins like carnival splendor. You can have life if you just surrender, because I was sick of being a pretender. I went to church while the videos at home would render. I was no better than a pretender offender. Now that line right there may cause some to stare, because it's rare having someone be so vulnerable and not swear. I feel like I'm suited for this though, like I was playing solitaire, because I missed the days of innocence watching Nick Jr. Little Bear. I hate that Satan comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Even though I grew up in church and was an altar boy, it didn't stop him from tempting me to rob my joy, which is what lust will do every time that you enjoy. And every time that you enjoy, it stinks like feces. Christ over everything is my main thesis. I thought there was no wrong way to eat up lust like a Reese's. Now I'm just giving you these bars like polices. I must decrease so that he increases. So if you don't hear anything else I'm saying, the only way is Jesus, because only he could restore my broken pieces and heal me from any potential diseases. My passion for him never ceases. I write these rhymes for future generations like my nephew and nieces. Understand, if you don't have it, you need this. Life changed a lot from childhood to teen. I can't even describe some of the scenes that I've seen on a computer screen. Late at night, hyped up on caffeine. An understatement would be the word obscene. I was unclean, in a routine, in a pressing situation like a spleen. I felt alone, like the black jelly bean, because no one else seemed to struggle, but it was all smoke screen. I was wearing a mask 24/7 like Halloween. That's why I'm doing this now, to tell you about the vaccine, and that's Jesus. So literally, for the love of God, let him intervene and peel back the layers of sin on your core like a tangerine and live a life serving others. Luke 16:9. Now that's a wide screen. If you didn't catch that 4:3 upgrade ratio, then I encourage you to investigate the Calvary crime scene like a ratio. Yo, I stopped playing Call of Duty because I felt a call to booty. My mom called me a cutie patootie. I wanted to be the prince of many girls like Sleeping Beauty. But ironically, I was the one under the spell who couldn't keep my eyes off Kelly Kay from Saved by the Bell. I'm saying, I even lusted after Android 18 from the DBC saga of Cell. I would lose my trunks for my boo to prove I wasn't a freezer. I just took it back like AOL. That's how messed up lusting can make you. I don't mean to dwell, but I need to get this off my chest because the reality is hell for anyone who still is a slave to their sin like they're living in a cell. I saw so many girls like they were my clientele. I would kiss and not tell, which would make me lie a lot and rebel. Even had people buy me nights at a hotel. I put up my hair with gel, try to be hot, put on cologne with a good smell, use a girl, then be like farewell. The next night be praising God singing Noel, but I didn't want him. That's Spanish like no-el. Now this is straight intel on how someone could lie to so many like I made a good sell and promote myself on the computer like, dude, you're getting Adele. In reality, I wanted to get Adele. Wished away this lust once out of wishing well, but I needed Jesus, only he could get me well. So I sat in my car and screamed, help me, Lord, as I began to yell. I started crying like the first time that I learned Excel, but that started to propel me towards him like a gazelle who just got struck on the nerve cell with drink and propel, lifting a dumbbell till the muscles swell. Before you play, you got to work. Well, I used to be a grocery clerk who lurked for a chick to twerk. She wanted a commitment, I would smirk, because a relationship for me sounded berserk. I didn't understand how I could hurt so many people with ease. I didn't realize that I was born with a sin disease. So I became a sleaze lusting after high knees and girls that would tease to appease. If I said please, I mean geez. One time I lied and said I needed to crash at her place because I lost my car keys. Satan keeps buzzing lies in your ears like bees, but you gotta keep having God's blessing like you just had a sneeze. So as a sinner saved by grace, take my expertise. When I say run from sin and walk like Christ like Siamese, temptations and trials will come, the Bible guarantees. But don't break his law, and you won't have to worry about hearing freeze. Lust has got my mind backwards, has me talking like Yoda.
Papa, they wear like a soda, while clothes they do not wear like toga.
I don't mean to be forceful when I say ladies, stop wearing pants that are yoga, because you got me going to war with flesh like the Battle of Saratoga. I never thought the women in the videos as someone's daughter. I just would pick whichever I thought was hotter, whichever looked in shape like a squatter. I carried this weight and needed help like a spotter. So I told my friend of the mistakes I made. He told me that I would reap what I sow. At that time, it made me mad. I thought the comment was low because I wanted the ladies to get low and put on a show. I was foul playing. I had them on the line like a free throw and talked so lame and immaturely like, you had me at a low. My sin gave birth and it started to grow. Now that's in James 1 if you didn't know. At that time, I didn't. I always wanted to dance slow, so my body would be close to hers like string on a yo. I was a pro of hiding who I was because I put on a mask and glow, but in private I was nasty, like someone when they stubbed their toe. When Samantha passed, it was on 127, that's the route. Like God. Were your hands tied? How's a young boy not gonna doubt? So what do? Sleep away my days, depressed, have self-pity and pout? I'm trying to kick these depressional thoughts to the curb, but they keep circling in my mind like a roundabout. But I know Satan keeps scheming. See, yeah, I know what he's all about. So I gotta keep my hands up to fight, cause I'm still battling in the spout. Gee, when Stephanie wore that red blouse on Fuller House, she ain't just a girl, no doubt. Wait, run that back. Gee, when that's Gwen Stefani, just a girl, this ain't no doubt. I know Satan's always gonna tempt me. He offers me dirty water during my spiritual drought. That's why I install covenant eyes on my computer. It's like my angel to catch pop-ups, like it was my trap. Lust is like construction in northern Kentucky. It's everywhere all the time. So it's important to know which route it takes to avoid. It can tempt you when you're on your phone, even when you're on your iPhone or Android. It continue to grow unless you refuse to take it like a steroid. So cut it off now, because you got to ask yourself, if you were a check being handed to Jesus, would he say void? Some of my friends waste words and say I need to poe it up. I'd rather use my words to poe it up. Others say I should dumb down my wordplay so it could be understood. Okay, next time I'll bring it down to the ground so it could be understood. At home, my wife is saying lead me, while Satan is saying you need me. But I'm trying to kick him in his gut and he's saying ouch, you need me. But he's rushing to throw punches, saying if he dies like he's trying to Apollo Creed me. I fall short, so Holy Spirit intercede me. Jesus, give me a hunger for your word and feed me, because I know life everlasting is what the Father guaranteed me. If you listen closely, you're like, bro, did you just Trinity me? I did, because I hear my Bible saying, Andrew, read me, and Jesus, I know your cross freed me, but I feel like the Lion King with this scar and sin is trying to stampede me. Real talk, I was just blind to the truth, trying to read Braille, because I was trying to hide who I was in detail. I kept getting an F like a fail, lusting on a whole different level scale. I thought only my sin would prevail, because when storms in life would come like hail, I would run to girls as my hope, instead of the one who took the crown of thorns and nail. I'm not telling a tale when I say my mentality was the nail. My heart was hard like bread that's stale. It kept giving me a desire to click in that junk mail, which defined me as a joker who was a junk male. Satan was tempting me and my brother, saying got them, as if he pulled our tail. Lust was robbing me of my life like I was in jail. I was two-faced, it was like I had a veil. Wait, Joker, Gotham, Robin, and Two-Face? This must be Batman, but you'll never see this Christian Bale.